All right, so I'm really excited about this one. Today, the area that we're going to discuss is purpose and identity. And for me, the things that we've discussed so far, really, that's what this is about: is figuring out our purpose and our what I'm going to call our new identity. So, right, we've discussed our mindset, our emotions. We've talked about our higher self and our physical body, right? And what we use those things for is to carry out our purpose. Now, many of us, myself included, if you remember that mask from a little while back, we put on these masks and we carry this identity that's not who we are. And so, right, we start to label ourselves as I'm a depressed person, or I'm an anxious person, or I'm an addict, or I'm a failure, or right, we can identify ourselves with things that are positive, but not necessarily core to who we are. We could say I'm a whatever. I'm a Utah Jazz fan. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. I'm a you know country music person. I'm a snowboarder. I'm a surfer. Like, we can identify ourselves and gain an identity by the things we do, but even those things aren't really who we are. So let's take the idea of a snowboarder. What's the identity of a snowboarder? Okay, they snowboard. That's their passion. That's what they love to do. But um, who are they being when they're snowboarding? Who are they being when they're not snowboarding, right? And so we want to start to separate our identity away from the things that we do to who we are. And it's tricky because when we strip it all the way back, what we find is this idea of I am who I am. And our preconceived ideas of who our identity is, the truth is we're not always 100% aligned with that. And so the concept of the rise of a king, even the concept of the rise, started out with this idea of a new identity. So the first men who came to Rise Week, I passed out these shirts that said, I am the rise. And those men started to decide, what did that mean to them? What did it mean to be the rise? For our purposes here, right, we've expanded this to the rise of a king, right? If we take on that identity of a king, the question is, what does it mean for me to be a king? Not what is Austin's version, not what is another brother in this brotherhood's idea, but what does it mean for me to be a king? Some of you have an identity of a son of God. Well, what does that mean to you? Right? There's this disconnect for a lot of people between what they believe. I believe I'm a son of God versus I don't feel it. And so I want you to just spend a minute to ask yourself, how do I identify myself? Who do I think I am? And then what is my purpose? So I have my mindset, I have my emotions, I have my physical body, I have my spirit, I have my knowledge, my learnings, my capabilities. What is the purpose? Why am I here? And then we can expand this to intentional purposes. What are you being purposeful about? Right? This can be languages. What is your intentions? What are your intentions in your marriage? What are your intentions or purpose with your children? What is your intention or purpose with your career, the way you provide, right? What is your purpose with money? And so I want you to start to reflect on this today and ask yourself, first off, what is my purpose? Why am I here? What are the things that are the most important to me to achieve, right? If you look at purpose, it's kind of like, what is my aim? This is what I'm gonna do, and this is what I'm here for. And then your identity. How am I going to carry that out? Who do I need to become to carry out that purpose or that aim? I remember being at a training, and the question was asked, who do you need to become in the next 3 months to achieve the goals you've set for the next 3 months? And the idea here was, the man sitting here today won't be able to achieve the goals that he just set. The only way he's going to achieve those goals is if he becomes someone new that can achieve those goals. And I love that idea. Obviously, we're here talking about expansion, progression. And so I want you to get in tune with these things, and then a really honest discussion of, where are you? Are you living a life of purpose and passion? So many men find themselves stuck, and it's just kind of monotonous and boring, to be honest. We're going to talk about boredom. Boredom is a big threat for men. When we get a little bit of money, we get a little bit of ease, we get bored. And so often men find themselves either doing self-destructive things, or kind of crashing down life, or just wasting their energy, wasting their time, wasting what they could achieve. And so I'd love for you below or in the activity feed to share, what is my purpose or purposes? What is the identity I want to really like hold on to, right? Like, what do I want to live from? Like, this is who I am. Is it a king? Is it a Christian? Is it the rise? Is it my identity as a husband and a father? Is my identity I'm I don't know, a salesman or a chemist? Or what is your identity? And I encourage you to expand on that. What is your identity? And then what we need to start looking at is, how do we create things that help you be reminded day to day, even moment to moment, of what it is you're trying to accomplish, and how do you stay present with that? And so take some time to reflect on this and get in tune with where you want to go, who you want to be, your purposes, and then a real honest maybe observation of awareness of where you are compared to where you want to go. You can even quantify that with percentages, or scale of 1 to 10. How often am I living from my purpose? And the truth of the matter is, in my mind, you don't have to always be doing, and achieving to be living your purpose. If your purpose is to bring joy to others, or to be an example to others, or to lift others, or your purpose is to create something or develop something or inspire or whatever it is, right? Part of that happens in just how you're being, how you're showing up in the world. That's where the concept Be the Rise came into play. It's, what am I bringing to the table that lifts others? So I hope this is helpful. Again, today, purpose and identity. We're going to draw on this again and again and again as we continue.